I leave the room in a heartbeat. I don't want to look at him. I don't want to see him. I don't want to deal with him. I don't want to touch him. I don't want to feel him. I don't want to hear him. I'm out the room.
Have you ever apologized for something that you didn't do? And I was like, I'm married.
If he's mad, and the whole don't go to bed angry thing, we tried that. I mean, sometimes you go to bed angry. It's just what it is.
I think it's sometimes necessary.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
it's a cool off period.
Yeah.
We're gonna edit that out.
Edit what out?
All that?
Why not?
Because.
Because what?
I don't know. It needs to be, right?
No.
Why not? We're off subject. We're way off subject.
This is my part of the video. I get to talk.
No, you're talking. I just commented.
Welcome one, welcome all.
Yeah.
Aww.
There we go.
Is this going to be a thing?
Well, that's your thing.
Is it going to be our thing?
It's still your thing, but when I'm around, I can join in on your thing. I don't want to take your thing, though. That's your thing.
But see, we're one, so my thing can be your thing, too.
Okay. I'll tell you what. You have a certain energy with welcome one, welcome all. I'm going to bring a different energy to it.
So we're going to do it again? No.
Well, not right now. No.
Oh.
The next one. So I'm going to bring a little flavor to the welcome one, welcome all whenever I'm on.
Is it going to be the same flavor or a different flavor?
It's going to be a different flavor. You're going to do what you do,
okay.
But when I'm on, I'm going to do what you do. I'm just going to add a little bit of the different energy to it, you know?
Okay.
All right. It'll be fun. It'll be fine.
Okay. Hey.
What's up?
So, we decided, well, I guess I decided and ran it past my partner to see if he was okay with this idea to do a video about what we didn't know prior to getting married. So I thought it'd be a good time. So is one going to be everything?
Yes.
Okay, so I guess number one is everything. Okay, what do you mean expand on that?
I didn't know anything. I mean, really, it's you don't. The only thing you know about marriage is how your parents interacted with one another, right?
Or whoever you were around growing up.
Whoever, your guardians, whoever.
Mm-hmm.
And those of us who weren't fortunate enough to have both parents in the house growing up,
mm-hmm.
you don't really have a good sense of what marriage really is. I had my parents in the house.
I did too.
You know, like forever. Right?
The majority of life.
Right.
I guess young life.
And seeing how they interacted kind of gave me somewhat of insight. It's probably
gosh,
great.
Those gray hairs are getting me every time. They trick me.
Yeah, it's great.
It's trickery.
Yeah.
God, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. And you know, so yeah, that's so everything. And you think that you can apply other people's experiences and their marriage to your own, which doesn't work. Not all the time. Sometimes it does.
Sometimes you can. Yeah. So, okay, I have a list, but I don't think we're going to be going by this list that I have. So, going off of that, what was one thing that you saw in your parents' marriage that you just knew either was or was not going to be a part of your marriage? Is that a hard question?
It is a hard question because they didn't let us see behind the curtain. Mm-hmm. You know, they didn't give us a vantage point of seeing the real ins and outs of marriage. We saw what they wanted us to see. You know, which is the way it's supposed to be. So that's a very difficult question to ask. I can, however, feel that question if it were the different things that you would do with your kids than what your parents did.
The kids could be another video.
That's another video.
So we'll do that one later. So that video will
That's going to be fun.
That'd be good. Oh, Jesus.
That's going to be fun.
That might make my parents stop talking to me. So the next video will be what you saw, how your parents raised you,
mm-hmm.
and what you'll differ from that to you and your own kids. That's going to be a good one.
And the things
I got an example from yesterday that.
Yep. And the things you never thought that you would do that you do.
That's good.
I catch myself.
So stay
all
tuned
the
on
time.
that one.
Yeah.
And then I don't want to start talking about that.
Yeah. Let's
okay.
get, yeah.
So what I'll say is my parents were married for a very, 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 very long time. And like Brandon said, there's a lot of things that happened. You don't really see my experience is a little different. And I know I can't really say a whole lot about it. So what I will say about my parents is growing up, my mom, whenever she made dinner, she would always put the meal on a tray and take the tray to my dad, wherever he was, upstairs, downstairs, outside on the porch. She would plate it. And I did it for Brandon probably about the first year I did that for him. So I'll put the meal on the plate.
First couple.
The first couple years. Put the meal, oh yeah. Put the meal on the plate, put a napkin, put the knife and the fork on top of the napkin, put his drink on the tray, carry it to him like a little waiter. I did that for years. Well, you don't want to say, I said 1 year, and then you said, oh, a couple years.
2.
Okay, so but, that's what I said, ain't it?
No, you said a few, but
I use few and why do you do that?
Because few it means one
but
thing,
you
couple
know,
means another.
I understand that. But you know what? Whenever I say few, if you know I mean 2, take it as 2. You know me.
I didn't know you meant 2.
Okay. Well, I meant 2.
Okay. Well,
I meant a couple.
All right.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Okay.
But I was saying for the first couple years,
we're
not
edit
few.
That out.
Edit what out?
All that.
Why not?
Because.
Because what?
I don't know. It needs to be, right?
No.
Why not? We're off subject. We're way off subject.
So that's one thing, positive thing that I took from my parents' marriage to our marriage. Do you can you think of a positive thing that you took from your parents' marriage and brought to our marriage?
Well, before I do that, I want to say that to continue that positivity, we can continue that to make sure that that positivity is continuing to flow throughout the home. So we can keep that up. So let's go ahead.
Oh, you mean bring that back?
Yeah, like we can strengthen that muscle up a little bit. I mean, it's fine. I mean, look, I feel like, hey,
But I do, even though the tray thing has expired over time, I do still make your plate.
You do.
I do still take it to you.
You do.
I just don't put it on the tray. So
the
tray thing is missing.
That's fine.
But I do still make your plate. And something else that I do is whenever I'm cooking and I make plates, who do I serve first?
You serve me first.
I always serve the king of the house first.
Right.
That's something that my mom did too, or my aunts, everybody. You always serve the man of the house first.
Right.
Call it old school, whatever, but that's what I do. Even if I could be starving, I'm always going to feed him first.
Yeah.
And the kids. I eat last. I make my plate last. So if it's only enough food for 3 people, they will get the food, and I'll cook another meal for me. They always go first.
I'm sorry. Okay. And because she does that, when I am in the kitchen, I will help her to speed up the process, and I'll give her her plate first.
Yes. Like we're making, Brand likes to call it like an a la carte meal. We're making an a la carte meal like if we were doing omelets. You make omelets individual. I make his omelet first, then I make Avon's omelet, then I make, Brandon doesn't like eggs, so he doesn't get an omelet. But then I'll make mine.
Which is kind of crazy. Like, who doesn't like eggs?
Maybe it's a texture thing. Brandon does not like eggs.
I don't know anybody who doesn't like eggs. Now, if you choose not to eat them, that's one thing. But you just simply don't like them?
He told me last night that he don't like meat because he didn't like the chicken that I made last night. So he said, Mommy, I don't even like meat.
Which is completely false.
But there are a lot of times he doesn't eat chicken. Avon too. Chicken's not their favorite meat to eat. So a lot of times they're the one that will eat the chicken.
Guess what is their favorite meat? For Avon, it's lobster tail.
That's going to be part of the
kids.
Lobster
tail and steak.
We have the most bougie kids. What? Avon was eating lobster tail, shrimp, crab at 1 year old, steak at 1. Like, who does that?
It's our fault.
We have created monsters.
But
scallops. I mean, everything that I didn't have to college, I could afford it myself. These babies were eating it when they can barely eat food at all. It makes no sense. So now Avon is saying, what y'all want for dinner, Avon? Well, I want sushi, or I want lobster tails. Well, 8-year-old said she wants lobster tails for dinner. So we have created monsters. Yes, we've done that.
I tell them not an option. So, all right. So the thing that I've taken from my parents' marriage. No, I mean that.
You don't have to answer that question.
Well, early years.
Early years.
Yeah.
Wait, early years in that marriage, or when you were young?
I guess they really kind of one and the same.
How they got married right before?
They got married a year before I was born.
Oh, okay, so it's the same thing.
A year and a half or something like that. So yeah, so I grew up with their marriage being new, essentially.
So that wasn't the case for me. So okay.
But they always had fun together. I mean, yeah, they would bicker like, two old people. I guess
they weren't old then.
They weren't old then. I mean, I thought they were old. I mean,
to you,
yeah. But I mean, they always seemed to have fun together, and they always worked things out. At least from what I saw.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
No,
you.
go ahead. No, you good.
So speaking of that, so you know on TV shows or people that you may know, whenever one is mad at the other one leaves the room, sleeps on the couch or in another room. Before we got married, Brandon always said I would never leave my bed, and he is if he's mad, and the whole don't go to bed angry thing. We tried that. I mean, sometimes you go to bed angry. It's just what it is.
I think it's sometimes necessary.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
it's a cool off period. It needs to happen.
So, but Brand, one thing about Brand is he would never leave the room. Now, I'll leave the room in a heartbeat. I don't want to look at him. I don't want to see him. I don't want to deal with him. I don't want to touch him. I don't want to feel him. I don't want to hear him. I'm out the room. But he has never in almost 12 years left the bed. Because he said from day one, I would never leave my bed. You never put me out of my own bed.
It's my bed.
And this is my part of the video where I get to talk.
No, you talking. I just commented.
I'm just saying, like, that's what he's done. Now, me, I'm going to leave when I start to get mad. So I don't get all the way mad. I'll sleep in the guest room in a heartbeat, but
she will.
He's never done that. Okay. All that was number one.
I guess we got to condense.
We don't really have. Yeah, we'll be talking here forever. So another thing that I would say is travel as much as you can at the beginning of your marriage. That's one thing that we didn't do that I wish we would have done is travel. Because we both love to travel. Do you love to travel? I love to travel. Do you love to travel? You can take it or leave it.
Yeah, I don't know.
That may be why we didn't. Because both of us weren't really excited about doing it. But I enjoy traveling.
Well, I was never opposed to it. I guess if you made it a big deal, it's like, I really need to travel. I want to travel. We're going to go somewhere. And...
You hit me.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thank you.
And you were like, hey, I want to go to Jamaica. Let's go. I was like, oh, okay. Who's going to finance this? Don't worry about it. I got it. I'm on the plane. Let's go. For me, it was all about, to me, it was all about the financial decision. Do you want to throw $2,000 away?
It's not throwing it away. It's expending. What's the word? Expending. So the last video we talked about how people can't say certain words. Expenditure.
Whatever you're trying to say, it is still. She and I look at things very differently. She looks at money differently.
I do.
And she looks at her situation differently than I do.
Yeah.
I look at money very differently. I see traveling as something. It's something for people who have the means to do so, that have everything else taken care of. In the situation we were in then, we didn't have a lot of savings. We were still trying to secure ourselves
We
financially.
got married at 25. We're both 25.
So
somewhat fresh out of
I didn't
college,
think it was a smart move to spend money that we could be using getting out of debt to go travel. Now, some people would say, well, I mean, still, you need a break, go travel. I was all for that, but we could always do like a cheaper weekend getaway, which
we still didn't do.
But we could have done.
So as of this year, I've really been pushing the travel issue because like I said before, I really, really, really enjoy traveling. And for the last 12 years, well, really 15 years, I haven't gotten to do it. So really, when I made something else I did this year is for the first time, I did a vision board. And on my vision board, it's clear as day about traveling. So that's going to happen. I've already have some things in motion that I want to do that he does not know about. So that's going to happen this year. So if you are newly married, you're going to be married, you really want to travel before kids, if you can do that, do it. Because it gets way harder after you have kids to travel.
And more expensive.
And much more expensive. Something else I'll say is don't forget to date each other after you get married. You can't get married. Let me not say can't. I don't want to put anything in anybody's mouth. But for me, I feel like it's still important for us to date each other. Date nights, get a babysitter, get a neighbor, get a friend, watch the kids. Still go out and remember what brought you two together in the first place. Agree or disagree?
Yeah.
What is kind of agree?
No, I agree with that. I think especially starting off. Ellie and I, we've been in the game, it'll be 12 years.
It'd be 15 years together,
Right.
12 years married
12
next week.
Right.
You believe it'd be next week?
It's kind of crazy, really.
God.
Man, these anniversaries, they come up quick now. But so we've kind of settled into, like, we're much closer to 40 now than, obviously when we first started out. So as a young couple, still learning each other, still growing closer to each other, I think it's very important to make sure that you continue to date. Now, obviously I would still want to do that. We still do that from time to time.
It's gotten worse with COVID.
It had yeah, COVID.
We weren't the best at it to begin. Let's be honest. We weren't the best at it to begin with.
But I think that when we got a little older, I'm sorry, what?
It was just lint. I kept looking at it, so it was bothering me. Your curl pattern is very nice these days.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's just stuff you let me borrow.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
And I did try to switch it up. I want to switch it up. You was like, don't switch it up. Like,
find something you like, then.
It's doing fine.
If you're natural and if you find something that you like, I'm a product junkie, so let me stop. I don't want to get off.
Okay.
Sorry.
You can talk about hair later in another video.
Yes, I will.
But yeah, I would say that I would like to date more. But also, we're a little older now. We've kind of settled into who we are. We settled into things that we like. We are very individual. Like, we like different things, and we're okay with each other liking different things. Mm-hmm. Neither one of us are outgoing, extroverted people. We'll get to that later, because, excuse me, I didn't think that you were. But anyway,
I was talking about you. Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
Oh,
finish your thought, and then
we'll circle back.
Yeah.
But I have the best time just hanging out back here, watching television, smoking a cigar. She has a great time inside, all bundled up in a blanket watching Netflix or something. It's like we each have our own things. We could do things more together, though.
We are very much so homebodies. That's the kids' bus. What time is it?
It's not the kids' bus. That's the first bus.
Okay, that's the first bus. We are very much homebodies. But like Brent said, we like that's another thing that was on my list, was alone time. We like our alone time. And we like being together too, obviously. But alone time is key. Like, you can't just be around and up under somebody all the time. At least I can't. I will go nuts. So alone time is very important for me.
I'll just bring something up.
Okay.
I was talking to my brother, my younger brother, last night, and he asked me, he said, I'm going to ask you a question. I said, yeah. He says, it might be a difficult question to answer. I said, what's up? He said, have you ever apologized for something that you didn't do? And I was like, I'm married. Yes, I've apologized for things that I haven't done. And not in a sense of, I know I didn't do anything wrong, so I'm apologizing anyway, because that's disingenuous, right? But there are a lot of things that she says, all right, I've had to learn that it doesn't matter what my intent was. The only thing that matters is how she felt when it happened.
What I heard.
And I have to take responsibility for that. Now, it's also my responsibility to make sure that she's clear on what I meant, what I was trying to convey, but also apologize for not making that clear. Now, am I apologizing for what I said? No. What I am doing is apologizing for how it came off.
And sometimes about delivery.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. Delivery, yeah. I've had to work on delivery. Delivery
is key. You can say the same thing in different ways, and it comes off way different solely based off of your delivery.
And so I've had to take some time sometimes to go through a conversation before I have it with her, because much like my daughter, my wife is extremely sensitive. So I have to make sure to try to communicate. Okay. Communication only works when you're saying something and that person understands what you're saying, right? But if you come at them sideways, what they think is sideways, they're not hearing anything you're saying. They're just getting offended, and they want to respond and defend instead of listening and really thinking about what it is that you're saying. So I know I need to be an effective communicator. In order for that to happen, she needs to hear what I'm saying. It took some years for me to figure that out.
Yeah.
But once I figured it out, our communication has gotten so much better. Nobody told me that communication was so important.
Not even
and
counseling.
that it was so difficult. I would have said, I speak English, she speaks English. We're not in the English as a second language class. You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking to each other and communicating are two very different things. And I have it took
a buku years.
5 or 6 years in. Well, probably longer than that. Oh man, we 12. Yeah, probably
It's
closer
more
to
than 5 years.
8 or 9.
I would say sometime in Tennessee and sometime here in Georgia.
Yeah, about 8 or 9 years. It took
over half our marriage.
But also, she's learned how to communicate with me.
We
as
both
well.
have gotten better with communication.
It's gotten better. That is the major thing. If you can't effectively communicate with your spouse,
disaster.
This is the problem. It's gonna be a problem 100% of the time. She's gonna hear something that you didn't say.
Then she's gonna get mad at how you said it because you said it whack.
And then you're gonna get upset because she tripping. Now everybody's upset.
Agreed.
The
last thing that I'll say, this is becoming long. The last thing that I'll say is little things matter. Remember when we first... You looking at my boobs? I'm glad you like my boobs after 12 years. I'm sorry, my new boobs.
Well, yeah, they're
new boobs. So when we first got married, would you pay attention?
I'm paying attention.
Would you listen to me? Okay. So remember we first got married, for the third time I'm saying this.
Mm-hmm.
I told you we were walking through the mall, Opry Mills Mall in Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, and I was saying that I wanted gum or candy or something out of the 25-cent little machine that you pass when you walk in the door. And he bought me, I guess, gummy bears or jelly beans or something to just put a quarter in and a handful came out. And that just made my day. And I always told him that the little things matter to me. It ain't always got to be something big. Do I like big things? Yeah, I do. But little things matter to me too. You bring home a candy bar that I like. Oh my God, that made my day. You bring home an orange Fanta or pineapple Fanta soda. Oh my God, thank you. Like the little things would never not mean anything to me. Right. Now I know some bougie people out there like, you have to spend more than a quarter on me. I'll take your quarter and be happy with it.
It's just the thought.
It's the thought. Little things and thoughts matter.
You listened to me and you heard me and I wasn't expecting this and here it is.
And like one day we were at Kroger and I like Starbucks now. I didn't like Starbucks before. But now I like Starbucks. He went to the little Starbucks thing while I was shopping and bought me a Starbucks. $6. Oh my God, what can I do for you tonight? Off of a $6 Starbucks. And that was a good night. So, little things do matter to me.
Who would have thought?
I'm gonna cost him $6 for a good time. Ouch, my stomach.
Look, I didn't even comment. So I held it to myself when you said I like big things.
You're a cheap date.
When you said I like big things, I didn't even comment. I
didn't even think about that.
I was just really trying to keep that in, and I didn't make a comment, and I'm still not.
Well, you don't have to now. Everybody know what you're talking about.
We know you like big.
Okay, so
we can cut that out too.
This has been our interpretation of what we wish we knew before we got married. There's a lot more we can say.
A heck of a lot more.
A lot. Maybe we'll do a part 2. It's a lot more, depending on how y'all like this one. You may think it sucked. I don't know. But
let us know if you do.
Yeah, comment down below thoughts, comments, concerns. But this was good, I think.
Yeah.
Let me say too, have y'all noticed Brandon's shirt? I will link the video for why I'm mentioning this shirt.
And actually, this is my favorite one.
This your favorite one?
It's my favorite one. Yeah.
I think I would agree.
Definitely my favorite one.
Yeah. But go back and watch that video. That's a funny video. You'll be glad that you took the time to watch that one. The kids' bus is almost here.
Yep.
And I'm gonna find some for them where they can find their own snacks. But
we always do.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, and turn on the notification bells.